Superduke's fan here for another quick drive video. So this time I am in the new 2017 Toyota 86, which used to be the FRS, which is now the 86, of course. And so, I mean, the main thing here is, it's similar to the BRZ that I just filmed a little quick drive video of as well. This has, an additional 5 horsepower here for the manual transmissions, and of course they've revised the exterior and the interior. And in the BRZ, I think it's more pronounced. In the 86 here, they still have made the same, distinctive changes here to the exterior, and you can see, it just depends on personal preference for which front bumper and rear bumper you like the best. But both look good in different ways. I personally, of course, prefer the BRZ, but then again, I owned a BRZ for 2 years. But the biggest difference that I'm seeing that's kind of surprising is on the interior here. Now, of course, the 86 is the cheaper of the two twins, with the BRZ being more expensive, and so this one definitely feels cheaper in here, and it feels a lot more like the old ones still. So you still have basically the same gauge cluster. I think it actually may be the exact same gauge cluster. You do have the nice new steering wheel though, but the thing is, with the BRZ, at least the limited one that I just drove, you had some buttons here on the right hand side, whereas with this steering wheel it's just an empty space, and it's a little interesting, I guess a little odd and unfinished looking, but you do have some nice buttons here on the left hand side to balance that out a little bit. But it's a nice steering wheel. I like the new airbag cover here and everything, and it's a very smooth leather, very nice and higher quality feeling wheel than the previous one. Otherwise though, like I said, it's kind of, they changed this less than they changed the BRZ, because you still have a basic head unit here like you get in other Toyotas that looks a little dated, but it's fine. You still have the same old climate controls and everything else, whereas the BRZ, this was all nicely finished off with new metal knobs and some little tweaks here and there. This is still mostly the same in those regards. Just something to keep in mind, but mainly you're buying this for the new performance improvements, and I mean they are slight, but they are there, of course. 5 extra horsepower and pound-feet of torque. But the biggest thing, I think even more important than the power increase, is the gearing increase, which makes this car feel a lot peppier. I think they shortened out all the gears here to just give it a little more of power, in the lower RPMs and stuff. It still feels very much like any other 86. I don't think anyone's going to see a world of difference between the new one and the old one, but there are some differences there. Chucking it into a corner here, and yeah, it's just still so flat. And I just love the handling of these cars. They always have been spectacular, and of course they haven't messed with success there. It's still very sharp, very lightweight, very fun and tossable, and yeah, just a very fun little thing. Like I said though, it's just when you're driving it here, it feels less updated and less new. It feels like I'm just driving any other FRS aside from this new steering wheel, honestly. But yeah, I mean, there's still tons of fun. I do like the different gearing. I think that helps, because I can definitely tell it is a little peppier than my old BRZ was, and even some of the other BRZs that I've driven since then, and 86s and FRSs, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, don't have too many corners here, unfortunately, to really show off the handling, because that's this car's strong suit. But it's you can tell just from the quick little turn-ins that I've been doing that it's still very much the same 86 that we all know and love. That they still haven't changed is the traction control. Whenever the traction control kicks in, it's a very abrupt, where it cuts power for a split second, and it's not very smooth. Other cars, they'll manage the traction but still won't completely cut out the engine. This, it's like it just cuts out all power for a split second there until it regains traction, which you can easily just defeat the traction control. But it would be nice to have it work with you and be a little bit more of a progressive system than what it is. But yeah, that's really all my thoughts here on the new 86. I'm hoping to get one of these in for a full review soon, so that I can give you guys some more in-depth thoughts on them. Yeah, I mean, so far still very much the same, but some nice little improvements here and there to make it a little more desirable, and a little bit more of an improvement over the previous version. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on the updated 86 and how it looks, and thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.